guys for coming to the first event of Go Nuggets. I hope most of you have already read the details of what this event is about. If you haven't and you came because you saw this title, Go Nuggets, I'm sorry to disappoint you, but one, I don't have gold, and two, I don't have strippers for you guys. So. But what I do have for you guys is nuggets of knowledge. And nuggets of knowledge, what I mean is that when you sit down with people, they share their knowledge with you. If you pay attention to all that, you can actually pick up those knowledge and use it for yourself. And I have been networking professionally for over 5 years. And throughout those 5 years, I have sat down one-on-one, 3-on-1 with a lot of business professionals. And from there, I have picked up a lot of nuggets, whether they were sharing it with me willingly or unwillingly. I use my ears, my eyes to capture everything and use it for my own benefit. Come here. So before we get started, I would like you guys to use your tools, your ears to listen, your eyes to see, and your mind to think, and your mindset to use it the right way for yourself, okay? So what I'm going to be focusing on today is perception. And that's one of the things that I myself struggle with the most. How many of you have heard that your perception is your reality? And how many of you believe that? Guess what? My perception of myself when I was a little kid growing up was that I was a shy person. And in that perception, other people around me said that I'm a shy kid. Whether I understood it or not, those are their character traits that I was showing to everybody. And I did not know how to get out of that. And most of the time, I was trying to tell myself, try not to label your kids with certain things because it's going to stick with them for a long time. And I mean long time. It stuck with me most of my life until up to about 6 years ago, okay? And that's why I said it's the battle within. So this is what me through most of my life. And this is me right now. So I'm going to show you guys how I got myself to this point here. But before I do that, I want to share with you a little bit of the struggles that I went through. So this way you will understand what I mean when I say it was a struggle for me. So perception. Your perception can be influenced by others. And everything that I'm going to share with you guys here, you have to understand that it's through my experience. And one of the things that I learned is that life experience teaches you how to deal with life. I don't have any statistics or anything to back it up for you guys to see, but what I do have is my personal experience. So as your perception, if you cannot get hold of your mindset the right way, your perception will create a belief inside you. And that belief will stick to you and it will create fear. So just so you guys understand, your perception could be positive or negative. But today I'm going to share the negative part with you guys. You know, this is me. This is exactly how I see myself throughout my whole life. Not strong, not confident, very shy, and I cannot be in front of anybody to talk to or show up to an event and talk to people that I don't know. And this is what I see myself right now. And I love this picture here because you don't really need to be this person. You could be this person, but inside you could be this person, okay? So what I have dealt with through my whole life is that when I go and talk to people, I struggle so much because of the shyness that I have. If I don't know who they are, I cannot approach them. And I'll share two situations with you guys. The first situation was, my dad asked me, hey, you know, your sister and your brother-in-law has a traditional ritual that they're doing today. I'm not going. You have to go. Oh, man, I don't want to go. Because if I went by myself, I would not go. But because my dad told me to go, so I went. Got in my car, drove all the way there, sat in my car for 10 minutes, trying to get myself brave enough to walk out of the car. And when I decided to walk out of the car, got to the door, guess what? The shaman was at the door doing his ritual performance. I could see people walking back there. My sister, my brother-in-law was nowhere in sight. So guess what happened? I have to stand out there and wait. So I'm waiting. It felt like 2 hours, okay? And there's a little voice inside me saying, go home. I'm gonna go home. Because I don't see my sister anywhere, so guess what? I'm going home. So I took off and went home. Guess what was waiting for me at home? My dad, so I got lectured for that one. And another situation was when I was in high school. Having to do my first presentation in front of the class. The day of the presentation, I was already scared, knowing that I'm gonna have to present. So the moment I walk into the class, what I did was slouch down so the teacher won't see me. Guess what? He picked me. I had to go up front. The moment he picked me, I could feel a sense of hotness all over me, hands sweating. And the moment I got up there, the first sentence that came out of my mouth was super loud. Everything else after that, I myself could barely hear it. So I don't know, the teacher heard it or the student heard it. I got a passing grade, but I don't know if you heard what I said on there. So the fear was there. Going to an event that I don't know anybody, I couldn't do it. But one thing that I realized now, that was when I was with my cousin that close to me, man, I could laugh, I could talk, I could joke. So one thing that I realized is that, you know what? That situation over there, I wasn't comfortable. This situation here, I am comfortable. So as about 5 years ago, I started on my journey to networking professionally. And to tell you, I did not know any business professional or have them in my network. And I didn't even know how to network, okay? So now the only reason why I took that jump was because a year before that, I got into a network marketing company. And I started doing a little bit personal development. So that's why it got me brave enough to take that step and start to network professionally. And when I went out there, you know, this was another perception that I didn't share with you guys. Was if you are a business person dressing up nice in a suit or a professional, I would be afraid to talk to you. Because in my mind, I perceive you as being smarter. So what do I say to a smarter person than me? You know, how do I approach them? So throughout my whole life, that was a big struggle for me until I started my networking journey on networking professionally. And I'll share with you how that went. So I started off by building my knowledge and then adding personal development to it. Now that is not enough, okay? I had to get comfortable at the things that I was uncomfortable with. And that was approaching people that I did not know. Getting in front and talking to people like you guys that I did not know. So by doing these stuff, combining with the knowledge that I have built through networking with other business professionals, I have gained knowledge of multiple industries and learned how things will work. By sitting down one-on-one, day by day, week by week, and I'm serious, I did that for over 5 years. And one of the reasons why I was able to do that is because when I got into networking professionally, I got with a company that had a platform for networking. And I became one of the main person in that company to start getting people in to join us. So now I'm gonna have to sit down with everybody that comes through. And one thing I learned that is that by being a key person in any organization, most of the time when people come through, they will want to meet you. And that's how I picked up a lot of knowledge about different industries. It doesn't matter right now, if you're in the financial industry, I'm not. I can sit down and talk to you about and understand what you're talking about. It doesn't matter if you're in real estate, I can sit down and listen to you and understand some of your lingos that you're talking about. So those knowledge allowed me to become more confident. Combining all these together, it created a confident person in me. And I did not know how to do this throughout my life. I wish I had, because I would have joined drama, I would have joined sports, I would have joined singing class, I would have joined a lot of things, and I would have excelled and built myself up a lot faster, instead of waiting most of my life to do the things that I should have been doing to develop myself. So if you want to get yourself out of those kind of mindset and get away from those perception that you have about yourself or other people having about you that affects you, get your mind set right. Get it strong, because I always tell people that if your mindset is not right, you are going to be your worst enemy. And if your mindset is right, it doesn't really matter what he says about me. If I don't believe it, guess what? It's not true to me. So I hope you guys got some gold nuggets out of that.